Hey guys, I'm back with another one, and today we're going to go over the One Punch Mon build. This build gets its damage from everywhere, and with the damage we can apply that to basically everything. Our ordnances, our action skill has crazy damage, and our guns can ramp up to deal crazy damage as well. So it's just a good all-arounder for a Mon that utilises every piece of gear we have, and I've just been having a blast with it. It's been really fun. I've had a lot of fun creating it, a lot of fun playing it. And I also feel a bit like Doomslayer. If any of you have played the Doomslayer series, you just feel insane. You feel really powerful. So yeah, if you enjoy these kind of videos, please subscribe and like, and yeah, we'll get into it. Okay, we will go over the gear first, starting off with the Vertex. This is going to be a bossum weapon. Mine is in radiation, and I'm pretty sure you can get the beams higher than 14k. Pretty sure you can get them a lot higher, but don't quote me on that. But I will tell you do want to element match. I haven't, and I wouldn't worry about it too much. It still does some crazy damage, but I would suggest element matching whatever boss you're going against mobbing. But you don't need to worry about it so much if you're using it. But I just stick to using this thing for bossing. But yeah, do element match. But even so, still really good. Second weapon we're using for bossing a lot is a Jacobs shotgun with spread launcher. Higher damage you can get on it the better, but even then, with the berserk stacks, if you can build them up high enough, as you saw in the intro, one shot of this thing can put down stuff on UVHM6 true mode. So you don't have to worry too much. When it comes to mobbing, I'm using the hand cannon and the Hellwalker quite a bit. I have made a video on this weapon before, and it's just insane all around. All Vault Hunters I've tried it on. Really fun, especially if you get a Jacobs license just so you can ricochet to more enemies, and if you get deadless shotgun, so when you shoot the pellets is like 3 pellets, I'm pretty sure. It's also really good at building up. Let me check. There we go. Yeah, Force of Nature. Because the pellets are a reoccurring explosion, Force of Nature just one shot. Torg shotgun, deadless shotgun, sorry, preferably, can build it up in one shot, and then you just go for a punch, you absolutely obliterate them. But yeah, really good weapon. Other one is going to be, like I said, the Hellwalker. I don't use this one as much for bossing, mainly for mobbing, but it's just insane, and it does make you feel like Doomslayer. It's the best example of it, as it is his weapon. But yeah, really fun as well. You can also go let me find it, the Doe Shot. The Doe Shot is from the DLC as well. I've been having a blast with this one. It's just amazing. Ripper Mag is not necessary. I don't know if I have it on him at the moment. No, I don't. But I was also using the TK's Wave. TK's Wave's really fun, but the Doe Shot from the DLC is also really fun. So if you pick up one of these, try it. It is amazing. But yeah, we are going to go over the rep kit next. So I've got one with amps, the main one you want. Preferably 3 charges on the triple bypass, but at the moment I haven't got one, so I'm rocking one with amp and overshield. The overshield's not a big deal, to be honest. I would switch it out for a triple bypass with amp, just because it gives better healing, and the overshield sometimes does not work as well as I want it to. But yeah, do pick up anything with amp on it until you get a triple bypass with amp. When it comes to our grenade, we are using the Slippy. The Slippy is just a great all-arounder, amazing for this build, and we can build up stacks on a lot of our things really quickly. I've got Nuke on it as well, that's just nice to have. 31% increased grenade damage and 62% increased grenade radius, and a cooldown of 25%. It's always nice to have, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. If you can get one extra charge on it as well, so you get 3 of them, that would be just as good, if not better, I'd say, because I think it will build up higher damage. But yeah, just pick up a Slippy. When it comes to our class mod, we are using the Shatterweight, with the main thing you want on here is 5 in Berserk, 5 out of 5, so we can have 10 out of 5, so we can get a 60% increase. It is technically higher. So yeah, go after that. The final 2 points don't matter as much, and you also preferably want to get skill damage. Mine's only got gun damage at the moment. That's not bad, but yeah, do aim for skill damage if you're lucky enough to get it. We're also using the What's for Dinner. Amp's the main thing you want. 150% amp if you can get it. I've only got 50% at the moment. Still does the job absolutely fine, but do aim for 150%. And you also get the main legendary effect is when Overshield is active, grants 25% extra shock damage. This is going into a lot of bonuses we already have, so we take it and we deal more damage with it. When it comes to our enhancement, for most of it I am using Jacobs just because I'm using a lot of Jacobs. Another good one to be using would be Torg, because a lot of the time I am using Torg weapons as well. Because I have a Jacobs roll on quite a few of them, the Torg weapons I use I do just end up sticking with Jacobs. It also goes really nicely with the spread launcher. The final thing I'm going to go over on inventory is going to be our firmware. So we're going 3 out of 3 in Skillcraft just for that skill damage, skill critical hit chance, and dealing skill damage increases skill damage by 2% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 25 times. That could be 50% more skill damage if you can get it up. We have that up quite a bit of a time. So going 3 out of 3 in this just boosts our damage all around. The final two I'm going to go over is High Caliber and Action Fist. I've only got one in both at the moment. There is no particular reason for that. I tried 2 out of 3 in High Caliber, works well, and I've also tried 2 out of 3 in Action Fist, it works well. Depends what you're focusing on. If you're trying to run full gun, probably just go High Caliber 2 for the projectile speed and the gun damage increased by 10%. But I'm having fun punching stuff. I really like it, and I don't do it as much on the other Vault Hunters. Amon does it the best, I think. He looks the coolest while doing it at least. So yeah, I'm normally rocking 2 out of 3 on Action Fist because you get the melee damage with 25% and the action skill damage is increased by 30% as well. Alright, and now we will get onto our skill tree. I'm not going to start a red tree, I'll get the smallest trees out the way first. So we have got Gathering Storm, so it's a kill skill. Amon deals increased elemental damage for duration, 15% per stack, lasts 14 seconds, max 3 stacks, so that is going to be a 45% increase to our elemental damage. There is a way to build up these stacks without actually killing the enemies, so when it comes to bossing you can still get this up, so I wouldn't worry too much. The other thing we'll be using is in Blue Tree, and that is going to be Battleborn. Amon gains increased gun damage the more full his health. This effect is doubled while Amon is at maximum health. So just look at that as a 40% increase to our gun damage most of the time because our shield's going to be up all the time. Okay, now we will go on to Red Tree. So we're using Imputus, kill skill. Amon gains increased shield regeneration rate and movement speed for a duration. So shield regeneration rate is 15% per stack, movement speed is 9% per stack, stack duration is 15 seconds and max 3 stacks. Just times all that by 3, 45%, 27% on the movement speed as well. Nice to have. The shield regeneration rate is also something we do need because the only thing I've noticed with this build, obviously I understand there's different characters, but Harlow and Vex, I don't have these problems. Amon tends to go down a lot, and the ironic thing about it is you're not going down to enemies a lot of the time. It's normally yourself. If you're throwing slippies, there's been multiple times I've thrown a slippy, I just get caught in it. I don't know if it's just a skill issue or not, but yeah, I'm doing everything to prevent that. Okay, the next thing we'll be using is What Burns Within. So it's just straight up, Amon gains increased incendiary damage by 30%. Going down, we have Gut Punch. Melee damage and ordnance damage have a chance to apply weakness to enemies for a duration. Weakened enemies deal reduced damage and take increased damage. Weakness is affected by status effect duration and is itself considered a status effect. That's going to go really nicely into Bulletstorm. Whenever Amon applies status effects, he gains increased gun damage for a duration. This is basically a 40% increase as well. It's the best way to look at it. And I've got 2 out of 3 points into Gut Punch just so our melee chance and ordnance chance is 40% and 20% instead of 20% and 10%. We just want that as high as possible, really, without overspending. The other thing I'm using is Forge and Steel, so Amon becomes immune to all damage for a brief duration whenever he activates a Forge skill. Like I said, trying to prevent dying as much as possible, and when I'm using my Forge skill, throwing down slippies, and then using my action skill, I really don't want to go down to those slippies, so this is just a good way of preventing that. The other thing we'll be using is 1 point into the best defense. Amon gains overshield when he deals melee damage. Just off our slippies, we deal a ton of melee damage, and that's not even including me going around with the action skill, beating up everything we see. So 3%, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's more than enough. We've also got 5 out of 5 into Dragon's Breath. Whenever Amon activates his ordnance, his next gunshot is converted to incendiary damage. staggering damaged enemies and gaining increased damage dealt. The bosses cannot be staggered, but that's not a big deal. But the damage increase is by 100%. So that's quite a bit. We do take that. Really good with the spread launcher, it does apply to that, so yeah. And we'll use that to get down as well to Fist of Stone. Whenever a mon deals melee damage, restore a percentage of his forged skill cooldown. It's only by 4%, but like I said, with the melee damage we're dealing, that is more than enough. On the left side of his tree, we're gonna go over Berserk. So whenever a mon activates his forged skill, he becomes Berserk for a duration, gaining slow immunity and bonus cryo damage with gun damage and melee damage. The bonus cryo damage is by 60%. We do get that higher though, and I will explain. We've also got 2 out of 5 points into Bloodlust. Whenever a mon shields breaks, he gains Bloodlust for a duration, gaining increased reload speed and lifesteal by 12% on the reload speed and 6% on the lifesteal. Just something to prevent us going down as much. So bringing down to there is only red. So kill skill. Whenever a mon kills an enemy while Berserk is active, partially restore Berserk's duration increase. Bonus cryo damage from Berserk. 4 seconds of restoration increased by 6% per kill. Maximum increased bonus damage by 600%. So there is only red goes into Berserk, multiplying the increase of this 60% by this 60%, equaling a 400%, going over to this 600% already. It's an 1,000-something% increase of cryo damage. That is insane. Like, it is actually insane. We can also proc this without our kills because my touch is death. Whenever a mon deals melee damage, there is a chance to activate kill skill. So our action skill, where is it? There we go. Our capstones, whenever we use that, it's melee damage. Our slippies, throwing them around, it's just, we're dealing a ton of melee damage, leading to us having there is only red up all the time and Berserk up all the time. This also gets procced by a lot as well. So yeah, we do deal a lot of damage. Like I said, a lot of damage from all sources, and it's just really fun. Okay, and the final thing I'm going to go over is Specializations. I am using now with caffeine because getting our action skill back can sometimes be a bit of a hassle. If you had triple bypass with amp, now with caffeine would be a lot better than it is for me. Because I've only got 2 charges, I still have to wait about 8-10 seconds to get my action skill back. That is a bit of a pain. It's fine, you're still dealing damage. But yes, if you can get triple bypass with amp, match them now with caffeine, you'll be in and out of your action skill non-stop. So, and yeah, you just want that out of caffeine. Second thing we're using is I Am a Gun. This is a big boost to damage. Action skill damage now benefits from increased gun damage, and 50% increase. We do take this. This one is really good. I'm going to save Ground Breaker for last because that's literally just a massive help. The final one will be, well, the third one even, is going to be Riddle You This. Whenever the Vault Hunter deals gun damage, gain a stack of Riddle You This. It's going to be a 50% increase when we're dealing damage. Using shotguns, because you shoot so many pellets, is going to get this up right away. So yeah, we don't need fast firing weapons necessarily, just guns with loads of pellets will do. And yes, the final one is Ground Breaker. So gun, action skill and ordnance damage is stored. Melee attacks and slam deal bonus kinetic melee damage based on stored damage and consume it. You only store 20% and it's only stored for 5 seconds, and it doesn't sound amazing, but it is. If you deal damage with melee, or like a melee punch or slam within this time period, and you've got like your slippies down, you've used your capstone, you will hit enemies for loads of damage. As you've seen in the thumbnail, just messing around on a dummy, I think I hit like 40-50 million. It's insane. It is insane. And really fun. I haven't been able to achieve this kind of damage on a lot of characters off of a punch. So being able to do it on a mon is really enjoyable. And I'm glad I'm able to do it. Okay, that will be all for the One Punch Mon build. So I do hope you all enjoyed this build. If you did, let me know. And if you have any questions, let me know as well. But yeah, that will be all for the video, guys. Like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.